is what I want.
Keep it as minimal as possible. And it's your girl Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. Period. We here. It's 7 o'clock. It's Thursday. It's finally raining, which is mad crazy. I feel like New York, Jersey, any part of the East Coast area, we were like literally in a drought right now. There was like mad crazy ass wildfires. I was like low key dying last week, so I'm very grateful that it's raining today.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I feel like today is like, even though it's a rainy day, it's like a good day. So I hope y'all having a good day too. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my very special spicy guest with me today. We got Deme D.
What's good, Jersey? Deme D, Mr. Everywhere, you never there.
Hey, what was that?
Mr. Everywhere, you never there.
Mr. Everywhere, you're never there.
What time it is?
Hi, Deme D. So how you feeling?
I'm great, man. I'm great. You know, I prefer non-rain, but you know, besides that,
I was gonna ask you, do you prefer rain or non-rain?
I'm good, especially since I'm traveling. I'm good, but you know, it's not too bad though.
If you had to pick your favorite season, what would it be?
Winter. Even though I'm a summer baby, but yeah.
So even though for someone that like is commuting, you prefer the snow?
I mean, it don't necessarily gotta be the snow, but I'd rather just wear like hoodies and jackets and coats. I rather.
You like to be bundled.
Yeah, I'd rather layer up than be burning and sweating all day. I'm good on that.
That's a good point. That's actually a good point because I get the whole like sweating part. It's like mad gross. Like you take a shower to be clean and that shit don't even help.
Sometimes the sun feel like it's right on top of you.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been doing this kind of routine so far where like I've been telling my guests what you ate for breakfast today.
I kept it light. I had a yogurt and granola bar.
A yogurt and granola and a plum.
Yeah, I'm trying to
healthy.
Yeah, I'm trying to switch it up. I'm trying to not eat bacon and egg every day and bread every day. So, because I was a sandwich maniac, so I'm trying to.
I love sandwiches.
Sandwiches are the best. But
what's your favorite sandwich?
I keep it light, turkey. You know what I mean, turkey Swiss and lettuce.
You like keeping things light.
Yeah, I'm not really. Give me extra mayo and extra tomatoes and cut it on it. Like stores love me. They know my sandwich is 2-second style.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, what was the sandwich? I
like turkey, bacon, and egg, and I like turkey Swiss with lettuce. That's about it. Maybe somebody put me on to what was it? Egg Swiss. Turkey, egg, and Swiss. I never really mixed that combo before, but turkey egg, and Swiss.
Egg and Swiss?
Yeah, so now I'm on that wave.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'll try it. I'm always open-minded to try things. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to go ahead and jump into this interview.
Let's do it.
So what inspired you to start the DagogetaTV, and how did you envision it from the beginning?
What inspired me is that I wanted to be a part of the culture. You know, I'm an adamant hip-hop fan. I'm a music lover as well. My family's music lovers. My pops was a DJ, a hip-hop head, an aspiring artist as well.
Okay.
So it's always been in my blood. It's something I've always been a part of and I had a passion for. And I feel like I belong. You know, there's a lot of people that do this and are in this space, but I don't feel like they're legit or sincere or worthy. So instead of me just being on the sideline talking and hating, I got up in the game.
Okay. So,
you asked me what I envisioned? I mean, when I first started, I started with the debate desk where I wanted to use my strength. My strength was pretty much, being able to network with people, my passion about the music, being very informed on a various amount of music as far as hip hop, just being dedicated and ambitious. So I knew that I could keep the debate desk going.
Okay.
Once I kept it going for a year or so, then I just started branching off to other aspects of media.
Would you say you're a hip hop historian?
I don't want to use that because the history is before me and the knowledge is passed on to me.
Okay.
So, but I guess, and on the flip side though, when I hear stuff like 50 Cent is old school, so it's like maybe I am the next generation of historian.
I mean, it's just evolving.
Maybe not like Rakim and Melly Mel and Grandmaster Cass and all of that, but yeah, I guess I'm the second or next generation of historian. 50 Cent is old school. That's crazy to me. But
that is definitely crazy. That is definitely crazy.
Crazy.
But I like 50 Cent though.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
When you hear, when I think old school, it's definitely not 50 Cent. It's not DMX. I think Curtis Blow and Furious 5, like that's old school to me. So,
that's crazy. I really don't like that.
We're on two different calibers. Just so like this is clear. Cause like when I think of like my old school, I think of like Wu-Tang. I don't know.
Wu-Tang is old school to you?
Well, like
because I'm saying I grew up with Wu-Tang, so that
I
can't
grew
be
up with Wu-Tang, but like
school.
this is what I'm saying. Like I grew up with Wu-Tang in a sense, like that was like the first type of hip hop I grew up listening to.
Okay.
So when I think of like hip hop I grew up with, it was definitely like Wu-Tang. I feel like Jay-Z was more in my teens. Like I would say like when I was like 10, that's when I first, but like when I think of like me being 6 years old, 5 years old, listening to like hip hop beats, I definitely think of like Wu. Like I think of them, I think of like Biggie, I think of like Tupac, I think of like, I don't know, like those are definitely like, I think of Big L, I think of Big Pun, I think of
the 90s.
So exactly, because
that's what
it's
I'm
like
saying. That's why I'm like the 90s is not old school to me.
But that's what I'm saying. It's always evolving.
Yeah.
Like anything before that, like I can't really speak for it because I didn't live through it.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
like, but I appreciate it, like the little bit that I do know, you know. But still, for me, even 50 Cent to be old school, because 50 Cent was more of like my teens, like when he came out.
2000. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
But I guess from a 25-year-old's perspective, he's old school.
I mean, we're in 2024.
Yeah, so I guess from their perspective, he's old school.
That's what I'm saying. But okay, but I see where you're going with this. All right, so we talk about that DagogetaTV. When did you start that?
2018.
2018. What was like your first episode, first content on that?
I mean, I started the channel doing the hip hop debate desk, talking about music from the late 80s to the mid 20s, around that time. And the first episode was about Prodigy. It was a dedication to Prodigy.
Oof,
and one
rest
of my
in
favorite
peace.
rappers. Yeah,
Rest in peace.
Mobb Deep all day. Queens
Period.
already.
Okay. You come ready. You come ready. All right, let's talk about this though. How has growing up in New York City shaped your relationship with hip hop?
I mean, it's the Mecca. I was able to observe everything. Maybe not everybody, but I observed a lot of stuff hands-on, like Run DMC. I'm from Brooklyn and Queens, so I lived on Hollis, so I know, the impact Run DMC had, LL Cool J, just being a part of it. Like I said, my father was involved.
When you say your father, is it okay to mention like who your father?
I mean, he's not known though, but I'm saying he was an aspiring producer. He was a real DJ. Let's start with that. So he was a real DJ when it wasn't popular. So and he was.
And when you say real DJ, what do you mean by that? Like,
meaning he don't just press buttons.
So we're talking about vinyls?
Talking about vinyls, actual spinning, the needles, actually knowing how to control a party and gauge the tempo and know what's hot and know what's not, and being informed with the music.
What was your father's DJ name?
Amazing GAD.
Amazing GAD.
Brooklyn, y'all ready? Red Hook, stand up.
Hey. Okay, so I guess growing up with your family shaped a lot of like your relationship with like hip hop and like I guess like what you're doing, right?
I mean, you could say that more or less. Unfortunately, I didn't get to grow up with my dad, but he was in my life, and music was a heavy part of his life. And again, like I said, it wasn't just rap, because I didn't grow up off rap. I grew up with rap.
Okay.
So, I listen, my family is Caribbean, so we listen to soca music. My dad didn't listen to R&B. My grandmother listened to R&B, so it's not just rap, but
it's like a blended pool.
Yeah, but naturally, that's our music, so hip-hop is my ish. But yeah, he definitely showed me the way, and living in New York, you get to see stuff firsthand and first.
So, all right, if hip-hop didn't exist, right? What genre do you think you'd be covering?
Probably.
And this is hypothetically, because hip hop forever.
Yeah, hip-hop
but
forever.
I'm just saying.
No, I got you.
We want to ask questions that make you think. If this didn't exist,
I can't.
What genre do you think you'd be covering?
Honestly, I probably wouldn't be covering anything, because there's nothing that I was overly passionate about to want to keep talking about it and putting people onto it. I might want to consume it. Because, dance music, I love dance music. Like I said, I used to dance when I was young. I used to do performing arts. I used to listen to, rock and roll and all of that. But I don't see me really like covering it and doing media. Because I'm not a media person. This is something that just happened to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll say that we just wouldn't be doing this. It'd be something different.
Maybe like booking shows and stuff like that. Maybe like a,
like
tour.
a marketer.
No, like actual doing tour shows,
like
booking
PR.
artists for shows to perform and stuff like that. Yeah.
So some way, somehow, you would be part of the industry.
Of music, yeah, some type of music. Yeah.
Okay, we're just not sure what genre.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be nothing specific. Be more like floating around.
If you were given an opportunity to do that, but it had to be church music, would you do it?
I'm good. I don't
like they're like, yo, we'll pay you.
I'm good. Because I don't belong in that world. Not to say, well, let me
hold on, time out. Let's talk about hypothetically. Like, we'll pay you $2 million salary just to start you off.
Nah,
you just gotta book us gigs.
I can't play with.
We
God
can't
like
curse.
That, yo. I can't play with God like that, cause that's just not my world. And to be a part, those people, I'm assuming that that's their genuine passion.
Yo, anybody in the check-in right now, ask yourselves, would y'all do it or no?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be true to yourself. $2 million is a lot. Maybe I have to think about it, but
I respect that though. At least let's be diplomatic. We'll think about it. But I do admire that, like, you not playing with the spiritual world,
Yeah, because that's just, I try not to be fugazi or just do stuff for a bag. That's the thing, because even in this space now, it's like sometimes I don't want to get caught up in just trying to do something for a bag. Because then you just keep doing it, and then, you won't know where it'll lead you.
True. Okay. So, all right, let's continue getting spicy, though. What's your guilty pleasure track that would shock your audience? Like, what's a song that would be in your playlist that you don't mind sharing? That you're like, yo, for real, you know about that?
I mean, it honestly would depend on who you ask, because like people know my music varies. Like, I mean,
like something like random.
I mean, I love System of the Down, the rock group, Toxicity.
They're cool. They're cool though. I love System of the Down.
Not in my circle though. That's what I'm saying. You ask, will people be surprised with me? Like, nobody in my circle don't listen to that kind of music.
Nah, I feel you on that. Like, when I first remember System of the Down, what's crazy is that I always remember System of the Down because they came out when 9/11 happened.
Yeah, like around 2001, 2002.
Exactly, like in that realm, So I feel like it was very, I mean, I don't know what nationality they were, but it was definitely like a rock group that not only sounded different, but looked different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, somebody called me to check them out. Like, one of my boys was like, yo, D, come check them out.
So you saw them like live?
No, I mean, their video was on.
Oh,
he was
shit.
Like, yo, come
yeah,
like,
exactly.
He said the same thing you say. Like, yo, his voice is crazy.
But it's good.
I mean, at first I was like, what you calling me for this shit?
Yeah, I'm dead.
But,
now it's in your playlist.
I haven't played them in a while, but, I got their CD and stuff like that.
It's in
I
there.
listen to Incubus and that type of stuff. But, yeah, right now, I'm just all hip-hop right now. Like, I can't front. I'll do a little R&B here and there. But, yeah, I'm not as versatile as I used to be.
Who's your favorite hip-hop artist?
It's too many. I mean, clearly
Top five.
It's too many. Because like I said, I've been listening to rap since like 91, 89. So, Nas is my guy, Mobb Deep, Wu, Ice Cube.
What about right now? In the field of right now?
Right now is Willie the Kid, 38 Special, Jay Skis. There's so many people. Benny the Butcher, Conway. Nim Low, it's mad people. Jay Stone, like I listen to a lot of people.
What do you? Okay, so I'm getting the feel. I'm getting the feel that I feel like you found hip hop in many different years. Like, I feel like of the music, I guess you just chose what you like of like what was coming out. And like my question to you is like, from what you've seen and like what you grew up with, do you feel like the era of hip-hop that we are right now, do you feel like they still know the roots of it?
I mean,
if you could, like, do you feel like some things are missing?
I mean,
or do you feel like it's good for what it is?
Depends on the artist. I think like the more, well, I'll just say like, not to slight them, but it is what it is. Like, the younger the artist, I think they're a little more removed, the younger artists, but for them it's more so, being lit and, just having fun, but they're not really thinking about the history. Maybe artists from their town, maybe they know the artists from their town's history, but overall, nah, not really. They just doing their own thing. But, there's other artists who come from the cloth. They're just not mainstream.
One thing that I notice with musicians now is I feel like the level of support is bigger. Like, it's easier for a local, like, artist, rapper to blow up now based off the support you have and the way social media is built right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like back then it was a little harder because it was all about like connections, who you knew who was gonna play your track, how many times they were gonna play your track, if they were gonna play it in a track where people were awake. Like now we have systems where like you could blow up just because someone used your track on a video that went viral. So I don't know. I feel like the support, I feel like that's the only thing that I would have wanted artists in the 90s or 2000s to have. I feel like there was a lot of hostility with one another. I do feel like
competition because
it's competition for sure. But I just felt like that was very like, it was very selected. It's still selected now, but I do feel like there's more of an open playing field now of different artist sounds, especially with hip hop. Like it like a perfect example. Back then in the 90s, right? And what made me think about this question was, remember when it was like the whole East Coast versus West Coast thing at the Source Awards, right? And then you have Dre from Outkast that came out and says something. I think it was Dre. Yeah. And he was like, all right, I don't know what else has happened, but I'm just letting y'all know that the South is here. Because that was such a limited sound. Like back then it was like, you're either from New York or Cali. Oh, you're from St. Louis, was that? So that's what I mean. Like it took a lot to evolve even from different parts of like hip hop. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, what a lot of my Southern brothers tend to forget is that in '95 the culture was still growing. So you can't expect. You got if I'm 25, right? 25 and 88. Yeah. Yeah, I'm only my rappers in New York, that's who I'm paying attention to because that's who I got access to. That's what I'm comfortable with. Yeah. So they didn't really get a chance to embrace other genres and not other genres, other regions and all of that. My generation, we listen to everything. Of course, I prefer New York music more often than not, but yeah, we embraced
I mean, I feel like it goes down to the record companies in the end, what they decided to invest in, because I feel like those were the people that was promoting the money, the advertisements, the things, to get that access to the 10th degree. It's just wild. I always think of that evolvement. Like, it's so different from now.
Yeah, it's way different.
Like, imagine if we had that access back then. That should be crazy.
Social media done changed a lot of things and all these apps, and it's just a lot more access to everything.
When it comes to music, what app do you feel like is the most successful right now?
That I really couldn't say because I just started listening to music online. I was actually still downloading music to my phone. So
really?
Because the streaming services have only popular stuff. Like I really listen to music, so they rarely have everything I want. But I don't know. People say it's Tidal, but I see everybody's always talking about Spotify.
I love Spotify.
Yeah, but Apple Music seems to be in the mix, so I really can't say to be honest. But I know people mostly talk about Spotify. I don't know if that means
Spotify anything. Is dope because it gives you access to a lot of artists compared to Apple Music, because I think Apple Music has a lot of rules. So when it comes to like opening, like I guess putting your music in, now don't quote me, but I do think that Apple Music is a little bit harder to get a lot of like tracks that are underground.
Yeah, they don't.
Spotify's a little. It's not the like.
Yeah, it's not. You're not gonna find MF Doom on there and all of that. But
I got MF Doom on my Spotify. But like, it's just it makes it more accessible than Apple Music. But like, all right. Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the artists because you're saying you're focusing on music now, right? So, are we going with the same name? Like, what? Because we talk about the channel. What would you say is your artist name?
I don't consider Deme D. I am Deme D.
Deme D everywhere.
Yeah, I am Deme D. I've been Deme D since I'm 12 years old. Salute to my pops. When I was an artist, I was going by Deme D man. But since I'm always gonna be the man. But since I'm not, that was more like a bravado thing and just a competitive thing. So I just dropped the man. But I'm always gonna be Deme D.
Deme D. Okay. So, I guess, what do we have when it comes to the music right now with you? Like, for example, like anything new right now that you do want to promote or you want to talk about?
Oh, I mean, not my music. I don't do music though.
No, I know, but just in general, like with the media, the channel that you have been working with, anybody that you're promoting right now?
I mean, it's many. Every week I drop clips every week.
Because that's what I've been noticing. Yeah, like you're involved with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So who's your like latest project? Like who's your latest person?
I don't even want to slight too much because I dropped the last 3 things I dropped had multiple artists in it. But salute to Sound Money, my man David James, he just put out an album. Salute to Jada King, I just seen him on the radar, and he was on. He's one of somebody I've been promoting. It's just so many people. Who's the Fat Boy Dash, Maury Hayes. It's just salute to Ya Craze too. She from Cali. She came out here and I got a chance to interview her. She's she's budding artist. She's
How do you get these connections? Like for example, like to bring them onto the show to get them the interviews. How do you build those connections? Like
I'm outside. I'm outside.
Okay, we outside.
Yeah, I'm just not on.
We're on new musical platforms, not like that, but we outside. We use some media.
I'm outside. I talk to people. I engage. I will say I'm heavy on Twitter. So when I was when I started on Twitter, people see they get to see what you're about. They see that I'm dedicated. They see that I'm passionate. They see this is not just clickbait or a quick reach or grab. They see that I really love to do it. So I reach out to people. I know how to be professional. I've been working all my life. So you see, I just reached out to you and we made it happen. And I keep a rapport with people.
Let me ask you this. Don't say the artist name though. Have you ever had an artist on the DagogetaTV whose vibe didn't match what you expected?
That's a lot of people. I would really have to think. I will say that
because I sure have. I sure have.
I can't say
not that I want to assume how people act, but like you know what I mean. When you sit through an interview, you're really getting to know that person. Right. You feel me? Like can you give an example?
I can't say that I expected any vibe. I can't really think of someone who threw me off. I can say that they weren't. They were just a different vibe. That's the reason why I do this, because I could adapt and adjust to anybody's personality. So their personality was just a little weird for me. A couple little artists. But, I get it. Some artists are like that. They're a little quirky. They're a little... And I'm a jovial, joking person. So some people don't joke like that. So it's like, okay.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, okay.
I've been there.
Or the way they joke is just like, okay. So I've been there with a little awkwardness. But for the most part... Like, even before I was doing this, I've been around people. I've been hanging out, being the party guy, hanging on different blocks. I got different circles of friends. I moved around a lot, went to different schools. So I know how to, deal with different people.
You're very mutable.
Yeah, and get on the island. That's one of the things that made me want to do this.
Okay. So what's one piece of content that you're most proud of and why?
Damn, I mean, I'm proud of everything, but I guess the other day I had remembered that I was going, I'm gonna say the Willie the Kid interview. He's from Michigan. I would say that, I was going through a rough time, really bad. I was down bad. And when I watched the interview, I remember how down bad I was, and I'm like, I still made that shit happen. I remember I was down bad. And when you look at the video, you won't never even imagine how bad, down bad I was. So And I just had reached out too. Like I just reached out. It was random. I saw he was in the city. I'm like, you know what? It can't hurt to say, because he's in the industry. He's not like an A-lister, but you know.
But I get it.
Yeah, he's established. So I reached out.
You never know.
But he saw that I was always talking about his music too. That's another thing on Twitter. So he seen that I was always promoting it, always talking about it. He made it happen. So I'm really proud of that one. Like, it shows my resilience and how I can overcome, and why I'm the go-getter.
And you know what? Honestly, I admire that, because that's like, from one interviewist to another, that's kind of like how I network. I'm very like, I have a personality that doesn't mind being in front of people. I actually like that. I like to be in front of a camera. But I also like building connections off camera.
Right.
I'm very polite. I know how to introduce myself. I know how to keep things on the surface of what we both want to hear, so we're not wasting each other's time. So one thing I've learned, especially in this industry, is shoot your shot, because you'd be surprised.
Yeah,
you'd be surprised, yo. And I feel like one of those moments that came for me was when I talked to dude from the Bronx Tale.
Nice.
I don't like to murder names, but the person I like, Branko, let me make sure I do not murder his name, but he's one of the main characters. He was the one that played the younger person. He was Lilo.
Oh, Collegio?
Brancato. I don't want to murder his last name. But yeah, he was, I shot my shot. I was just like, yo, like, I thought it was dope. Like, I think, because that's always like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's dope.
That's one of the first movies I feel like when I thought about, like, because like every movie I like, a love story, but that shit was really built on a love story, like The Bronx Tale. But it was also a lot about like segregation and like, yes, it was gangster, but it wasn't gangster like Goodfellas.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a mob movie.
It was more to me like a love story.
Yeah, it wasn't a mob movie.
So like that always stood out to me. Like I loved how I just loved that movie. And I remember I just shot my shot. I think it was like right after like 2020, I was like, yo, we was all about to die. I'm about to send the message to everybody.
Real,
but that ass is like, you don't want it to be the woulda, coulda, shoulda moment. You know what I mean? And he responded back. Shout out to you, my friend. But amazing. He was very humble about it, and it's still kind of, I don't want to manifest things in the wrong way, but it's still possibility of happening. But I admire that you said that, because it's like, it's that resilience part. Like you want to continue and you want to try it, and look what happened. Sorry that you were going through some crapola times and shit, but you still did an interview. It was a memorable interview with a guest.
Put me on to a lot of other opportunities too. Put me on to
that
other
part.
guests too.
I'm sure that content, other people are gonna see it. They'll be like, yo, who's that?
Yeah, we still have a relationship to this day.
That part, because you told me he made the connection with what he was seeing on Twitter.
You're right.
So in the end of the day, I admire that. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. All right, we're gonna get spicy here.
Hey.
We're gonna go back to getting spicy, because like I told you, we're gonna go back and forth. So if you had to explain NYC culture to someone using only 3 words, what would they be?
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Yo, I like that. I like that you didn't think about it. Yo, but dead ass, mind your business. Yo, why?
That's it. We mind your business. It's not gonna work out for you.
Yo, fact. It's not gonna work out for you. Yo, I'm done. No, but it's true though. That's how you can tell if somebody's from New York or not, because if some crazy shit happens in the street, if someone stops, you're not from New York. They just be minded like, yo, I gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
You want to have some type of compassion and and all, and be like have a good Christian mindset. But yeah, for the most part, you gotta mind your business.
Mind your business. I like that. 3 words for NYC. Mind your business. We like that. Yo, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that you didn't think about it. All right. What about this? What's a trend in the music industry that you think needs to stop immediately?
Auto-tunes. I gotta
Oof.
go.
How did I know you were going to say
Because
that?
it's been like 20 years.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
damn.
dead.
It's been like 20
I'm
years.
dead. I'm dead.
Like,
I'm
damn.
dead. Who was the first person to like use auto-tune? I don't think
in rap, I can't even remember no more at this
I don't
point.
think it was T-Pain because no, was it T-Pain?
Oh, you mean in general?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
I forgot his name. I think he passed. I forgot his name. It wasn't T-Pain. It was damn. I remember his name too.
I know T-Pain definitely ran with it though for like a long time.
It.
But so did Kanye West. Kanye West was using auto-tune too. Yeah. Everybody was using auto-tune.
But see, like with a lot of people, if you want to mess with it, cool. Like some people, that's their career. Like everything they drop is. I mean, I guess that's the style and that's what they like now. But I'm like, damn.
Have you ever played with auto-tune? No. Be real. Were you ever curious? No.
I never liked it. Like I never understood the point of it. I could be stubborn sometimes, so I never got it. I never liked it.
What is it? It'd be like, hello.
And then they twist it up, and then now everybody think they could sing. It's like, yeah, man, cut it out, man.
Nah, yo, they got that auto-tune comedian now. He's really cool. Like his whole skits is an auto-tune.
What's his name?
Oh shit, yo. I want to go see him. And yo, shout out to him because like I was looking for because one thing, like obviously I want to go and like and promote these local artists. Yo, his shows are sold out.
Oh, nice.
Right? When I see that, I was like, oh shit. His name is, shout out to Morgan J. And like, yo, I literally clicked on his shows. He has some shows in February in New York and they're all sold out. All of them. But his whole skit is auto-tune. He just talks on auto-tune the whole time. Yo, it's crazy. You gotta look him up. Yeah, Morgan J, yo. That's just funny as hell. You gotta see that. And it's stand-up, so it's like dope. How they do that, I don't know.
I'm about to say, that's creative too. That's what I'm talking
about. See, that's
about.
cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got you can't be monkey see, monkey do. You can't follow every trend. Like put some type of thought into it.
So you would destroy the auto-tune button, like.
Yeah, that gotta go. Cause real talk.
Marv, do you have a bomb button? Like
you take that button away, it's going.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of people gone after that. They're not gonna be able to make no music no more.
True.
They're not really talented.
It's like you can't sing that live.
Or even rap, like you rapping, but it sound good because you got the little sound and all that. Like,
that's true.
Yeah, you take that away.
You're not crispy.
You're not crispy.
You're not crispy.
You take that away, people gonna be like,
I'm dead. All right, how about this one? Do you believe ghostwriting discredits a rapper, or is it just part of the game?
Absolutely discredits you. You are in no conversations about being the best.
Oh, he's getting spicy.
Yeah,
he's passionate now.
You're not the best. You're not the illest. You're not the GOAT. You're not the greatest. You are good.
Okay.
You're a good performer. You're a good artist.
So, I don't know. Okay, so then what artists are out there that don't have a ghostwriter? I feel like everybody has a ghostwriter.
I mean, I can't assume that.
But they have to credit them in their albums, right? So I feel like all of that is accessible, right?
Yeah, you could definitely, but you won't even know who's who. So because a lot of times your name could be on it. That doesn't mean you actually wrote something.
What you mean?
You could have produced something. You could have wrote the hook. You could have gave an idea. Some people credit people for anything they do. So it doesn't necessarily mean you wrote the verses or the lyrics.
Okay.
So it could be a lot of names on it. You won't know who did what.
So what artist do you know for a fact doesn't have a ghostwriter? Nas. Yo, facts. Nas. Hip hop's prophet. Yeah. But see, that's
Prodigy, Mobb Deep ain't never had no.
So do you feel like maybe that is what's missing out of the hip hop culture that we have right now?
No, because there's plenty of dope lyricists. What's missing is good media coverage and actual passionate outlets, not people who just want clicks and just want to be down with who's lit and who's popping. That's what's missing. Because there's plenty of artists out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like Ebro need to go.
Yo, I'm dead.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. That was that was a.
Because he's been talking crazy lately.
That was a strike. That was personal.
Yeah, my bad.
I mean, but okay, just to co-sign on what you're saying, I do feel like there needs to be more media outlets towards like the culture. I do feel like there's almost like a monopoly towards it. It's like, oh, if it's not this, it's not legit or whatever.
Not legit.
So, but in a way, that's why like people are creating, I guess, like your own channel and like these things that are happening. It's just, I guess, being consistent on it and like being there when it happens, and like, I guess, having the right team under you too, because you can't do it all by yourself.
I mean, yeah, that's a big problem I'm having. You know, I don't really have a team that's directly under me or directly working with me, rather, I'll say. You know, I have staff, people that I work with that I pay and call, but yeah, you know, I'm gonna just keep pushing until I can do that. But yeah,
Okay.
you definitely need help and stuff.
Okay. So we would remove auto-tune.
Yeah, auto-tune's gotta go.
Blow up the button completely. Okay. Who's the most intimidating artist you ever met or interviewed?
I can't say I've ever been intimidated. I'll say I met I will say off-putting, so in a sense. So I won't say I was intimidated, but what I will say is I'm still gauging, because I'm from where everyone else is from. I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from Queens, I'm from Newark, New Jersey. So I still have to gauge whether I'm carrying myself like Deme or a personality or someone running the business.
Okay.
So that's why I have to gauge with me being like, yo, who you? Or just be understanding.
So you need to read the room.
Yeah, I mean, no, I have to check myself, basically. I have to make sure that, you know, I don't address people how I would normally address somebody in my normal life.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I had an artist that wasn't intimidating, but just was like a little off-putting, and I didn't like how they was carrying themselves, but I didn't know how to really check them because I'm used to doing it a certain way.
Okay.
That was the first time I ever had to really do that in that space. So I'm just like, and they was in somebody, I didn't like how they were treating somebody I was working with too. So
okay.
I was in a
so you were trying to
so
you were trying to figure out how to keep it super Switzerland, like be neutral, professional, but also like trying to put a boundary, but you just didn't know how to do it.
I just wanted to check them without checking them how I would normally check somebody.
And I feel
you can't
that.
do that. You can't.
Knock on wood, I never had a scenario like that at all.
Well, you know, I'm dealing with a lot of ego, though. A lot of ego.
Yeah.
You know, rappers got a lot of ego.
That is 100% true. I feel like they come in. That's why, like, okay, like, I remember one time I had an interview, and, like, I'm not going to say their name, but, like,
no names.
I think I can talk about it now because it's been, like, 3 years.
Okay.
But, yo, they just came. They was definitely on way too much lean.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And like, you know, to me, that's just not my thing. I'm like, it's just not. But they were definitely they were drinking it during the show. And to me, it's like, listen, you need liquid courage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. You do what you gotta do, but
yo, D, they were frozen on camera. And then I asked the question, they were just like this.
Yeah, that's why.
Yo, but like, I'm live, so I'm like, yo, what do I say? And then I can't even make a joke.
Can't make a joke.
I'm making jokes because they just still got a fried ass face. I don't even know what I did to make the time go by. And back then, that's when my show was 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yo, exactly. I was in my seat. I was like, yo, I don't know what to do. I think I ended up texting their friend that was in the other room watching, and I was just like, yo, you gotta talk to your friend. Like, I was just like, I'm gonna end this shit right now. Like, yo,
I'm end it. I don't have no problem.
It was just but it ended up coming around though.
Okay.
It ended up coming around, but I will always remember that moment. I was like, dang, like, what do I do?
In case anyone doesn't know, that's real. Like, the first time I actually been around somebody that do that, it'd be like zombies, like crackheads. It's definitely.
But now that's a rule.
Fake,
but not for nothing. Mina Mendoza learned off that lesson though. Now it's a rule for me. Like, I'm not about to have you lit in my show. Like, if you want to drink like a drink on my show, that's okay.
It's different. Like,
nah, I don't allow that shit no more. I literally say it. I'm like, yo, are you drinking lead on my show? I'm not allowing it. You want to drink it afterwards? I don't give a. But it's just I don't allow it. I don't give. Listen, you can smoke whatever, but the main thing I say, like, even before we start the interview, I'm like, yo, you want coffee? You want Red Bull? I will buy you a Monster. Like, I need you alive, because there's nothing worse than dead air.
Some people just not good at
that
interviewers.
Too.
Bottom line.
That too.
They may think they are.
Yeah.
Being a lot of times.
See, I can talk about this with him. We do the same thing, so I feel like you get me.
No, I get it. I definitely get it. I've been around this for a long time. A lot of artists need. They took away A&Rs and grooming them. A lot of artists need that boot camp.
When you say A&R, what is that?
There be an A&R who will tell you, yo, you can't go in there drinking.
But what's A&R? What's that stand for?
I don't even remember. Artists and what is it? Artists and
You're like, I don't even remember, but I like the way.
Yeah, it was someone who pretty much guides the artists, tunes the sound, help them through interviews.
Yeah.
Maybe dress them, but pretty much etiquette. It's like a boot camp and tell you. That's why a lot of people, they don't prosper. A lot of people look at me and say luck and this, that, and the third, but it's like, yo, I'm professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm consistent. I'm dedicated. And it's like all those things play a factor. You got
100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right. If the DagogetaTV had an all-star cipher, which 5 rappers that are alive would you choose?
We talking about in the industry or like
in general, dead or alive? This is like your creative mind. If you had an all-star cipher on the DagogetaTV.
I mean,
what does this look like?
I'll put in like people who are known.
Yo, there's no limit. Listen, like you can get anybody.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just get the big dogs. No slight to nobody. Would have Rome Streets on there. I would have Conway, Benny, 38 Special.
Got one more.
Probably Jadakiss.
Okay. Oof. Okay. I like Jadakiss. What did you think of the verses when it was the Locks versus Dipset?
Oh, that was dope. I watched it like 6 times.
That shit. This is okay. What's your opinion about it?
As far as
like, I point blank knew that the Locks was gonna win, just because they got. I feel like people don't realize the amount of hits that they have. Yes, Dipset was an era. Don't get me wrong. Dipset was a beautiful era in hip hop, and I was very lucky to grow up in that era. But when it comes to hits, collaborations, music, the catalog is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I love the set. You know what I'm saying? I love Dipset, but they not better than the Locks.
So would you say Dipset needed A&R? Because the Locks was crispy. They were structured.
Because they
know how to perform.
Because they do this. Because Dipset needed to have Dipset.
Talk your shit.
Nah, because you know what? Because I'm connected a little bit.
Oh my God.
I don't want to. But I don't think Jim should have did as many songs. I'll leave it at that.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Because a lot of it at one point it was like him performing like 4 songs, I think, straight, 3-4 songs straight. And if people think Santana's on Chic level as far as music, they're mistaken as well.
Yeah.
So it's like they just got a better catalog. They just better.
100%.
Dipset just had a more popular moment.
That 100%. Because I feel like when I think of the eras, I mean, I don't know. Like, first of all, it's just, you cannot. When I think of like Locks, I think of like D Block. I think of Jadakiss. And Jadakiss alone, just his catalog. Like, he got Mariah. You don't got Mariah. No. Yeah, I don't got Mariah.
Yeah, Locks been heavy features.
Mariah's on a different caliber.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that. They have heavy features.
Like, you know what I saw today? Okay, I don't know what was the media behind this, but it was a interview with Redman. And Redman said one of the biggest checks he has ever gotten for like a collab feature was his feature with Christina Aguilera. Yo, that shit gets you paid. And the song that still gets him paid to a ridiculous amount is the song Dirty with Christina Aguilera. And he was just a feature. Yeah, he literally says to this day that is the biggest checks that he receives.
Yeah, I seen that.
Dipset don't got that. Like, Dipset, yo, they got Mariah.
Killer got a song with Mariah though. He was featured.
Which one was that? That's what I was gonna say. I feel like they do.
It wasn't crazy, but it was cool. Remember, Mariah loved the hip hop community.
That's true.
She always had features, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't like what the song the Locks had. Like,
yeah, Jada had KISSG, like that song.
And then the Locks had the song with Mariah too, with Mace and all of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, they got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they also got Maya.
Oh, like they
just like it's just
got stuff with J-Lo, like
100%. You got J-Lo on your catalog, dog.
Locks, like I know they hardcore and they was never like mainstream as far as them solo, but they got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. That's why I said I knew it from the beginning. I knew that it was going to be a great show, but I knew from the beginning that they were going to win. I just knew that they were going to win. But I knew it was going to be a great show.
It was a great show. Once listen, once Kiss and Styles did the freestyle over that Nas
He's like, we got Grammys.
It's over. Yeah. Dipset can't see the light.
Yeah, it's just like you cannot say anything. But it was a good show.
Yeah, it was
good.
Listen, Cam, one of my favorite artists too. One of my favorite artists, but you know what I mean? It's the locks.
Yo, facts. All right. How about this? How do you navigate the challenges of staying relevant in the fast-moving digital space?
I mean, I'm online. Unfortunately, I live online. So I'm always at events. I'm always outside. I'm always meeting new people. I'm always getting in new circles. I'm always thinking of new ideas. I'm never really gone for long as far as like putting out content or being around and being in the mix.
Okay. So you're just being consistent. Okay.
And stepping out my comfort zone. I don't do only things that I want to do. That's a lot of things that people be killing me with. You want to do only this stuff you want to do.
Yeah.
It don't work that way.
Okay. So what's a collab you think would break the internet for better or worse?
As far as what, music? Oh, I couldn't even say. I don't know. I'm still waiting for LL and Nas to do a record. Like LL just dropped the album and I thought I saw Nas was on it, but that would be dope. But LL and Nas record, but I don't know, more modern. I'm not really sure. I don't know, cause I don't really listen to like mainstream like that, so I'm kind of out of the loop in that regard. But I guess in my circle, I think everybody done collabed already.
What do you think of Tyler the Creator? He just dropped an album.
I've
been listening to his album. It's dope.
Yeah, I don't really listen to him like that. I listened to two of his albums. They were good, but he's not a revisiting him. Earl, that whole Our Future clique is just not. I mess with Damu Genesis, but that whole clique is not really revisiting material for me.
Okay.
But he's talented.
Okay. All right. I don't think the album's that bad though. It's pretty good.
I can't even speak on it because I didn't check this one. I checked the last two.
You gotta get Spotify, man.
No, I got Spotify. It's just so many people I'm gonna listen to before him. Like El Camino just dropped, Nimlo just dropped, like ASAP Ferg just dropped. There's just so many people.
Do you think there's too much gatekeeping in hip hop, or is it necessary to maintain quality?
I don't think it's enough. There is no gatekeeping. Everybody's hot. Everybody's ill. Nobody's whack. Nobody's suspect as far as them being talented. Yeah, it's not enough gatekeeping. That's the problem, in my opinion.
So it's too accessible.
It's too accessible. It's a thousand rappers. It's 1,000 people. It's
That's true.
And then it's like you don't really have too many artists, and they're taking up artist space. But you know, it's the hustle.
What about Latino artists?
As far as
what do you think of them in general? Like, have you worked with any of them?
Oh, of course. I mean, I don't really look at it like that. I just look at them as artists. I mean, I just look at it as part of it. Latins have always been part of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you go back to the resume, there's been a ton of people. It's hard to just think and pluck somebody, but.
Would you do an interview in Spanish?
Nah.
No?
I mean, I don't speak Spanish, so.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean.
I got hit up for that literally like a month ago.
But you speak Spanish though, right?
I do, but the thing is, like, with an interview, it's different because it's like the way I express myself in English is very comfortable. I'm able to use words in slang, and I can use slang words in Spanish, but not every Spanish is the same. Okay,
I got you.
So I believe this artist is from Mexico.
Yeah, I've heard people say that it's different.
It's way different. It's hella different. Like, I'm half Colombian and Peruvian. That Spanish is completely different. So, like, I'm going to do it. But, like, I got to figure out how to make it completely Spanish, you know? Like, because, like, I got to make it inclusive for the artists. I don't want to leave them out.
It's a fact. That's the whole, you know, that's...
Would you learn another language?
I mean, I learned another language. I forgot it though. I used to speak French, and you know, my family's Haitian. I speak a little Creole and I understand it, but I'm not fluent.
Have you been to Haiti?
No, I've been to Canada though. I lived in Canada.
Oh snap! What part in Canada?
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Okay, I have family in Canada. Where? How long did you live there?
For like a year and a half.
If you don't mind me asking, why did you leave?
I didn't leave. I was a child. Yeah, I was a kid.
Oh, so you were like a baby.
Not a baby. I was like 7.
Okay.
Like 7, 8. Yeah. I did some schooling out there. Went to an all French speaking school.
All French speaking school.
That's what I said. I used to speak French. I just forgot it when I moved back over here. I didn't have really, you know how it is. You know, I didn't think it was a big thing. I didn't understand how valuable it was at the time.
What's a ridiculous conspiracy theory you'd like to start about the music industry?
A ridiculous conspiracy theory? I don't really have none. I'll just say they don't want actual talent in front of in the front no more. So
what do you mean by that?
I don't think they want talent. I think they want assembly line. Just do it this way. Next person, come do it this way. You finish. Next person. Like they say they say they like the Kendricks and the J. Coles, but it's like, how come other artists in those lanes have so much trouble to get that kind of shine? And they make good music as well. It's not like they making backpack or music that's just turning you off. They actually make, you know, accessible, relatable music as well. So, but yeah, I just don't think they want real talent in the forefront. I'm saying.
So, would you ever want to really be famous, or do you want to be like more hood famous?
I just want notoriety that would help me build the platform and have access to the opportunities I would like to gain. So I don't really need to be famous. I would prefer not to be, but you know, you can't control everything. I didn't even think I would be in this space. I don't even really like doing interviews. I like to be interviewed, so I didn't even think I would be in this space. So you just never know.
All right. I'm going to pass you this card. It's called the Mina Mendoza card. We're going to pretend like this is a credit card, right? This is like an American Express.
Okay.
Titanium. No limit type of card, okay? So, but there's some restrictions to the card. One, you only get it for 24 hours. So you have to be very realistic, like with your request. So like if you're saying that you want to go to, I don't know, say you want to go to a different country, you have to consider how long it's going to take you there, and you also have to consider how long it's going to take you to get back. So again, just be realistic, but anything's possible. But it's only 24 hours. You ready?
That's what I'm saying. I get the card.
Whatever you want. You get 24 hours. What does a day with an unlimited card look like?
I'm buying a studio. I'm getting a studio. I'm getting a camera, a whole camera set.
Would you get it in Brooklyn? Where would you put this studio? In
Manhattan.
Where in Manhattan?
I mean, if I got the card, it wouldn't even matter. Really
but you got it. Location does matter.
Nah, because you could do it in Harlem. You could do it in Midtown. You could do it downtown Manhattan. So many places. Because I go around and people have spots in all these places. So I would just get my own cameras. I would have my own spot. And it'd be a wrap.
Would you hire a team?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would get like people to operate the cameras and a photographer. That's all I really need, like a photographer and maybe one person to like run my emails and stuff like that.
So you're gonna buy an assistant?
Yeah, like an assistant. All I really need is like 4. I just need 2 reliable cameramen, a photographer, and an assistant. Okay. And this ball game.
What else though? What else we doing with this card? Yo, you got 24 hours. You can do whatever you want.
That's all I need right there. Once I got the camera equipment, I'm
not gonna buy a car.
Nah, I'm just buying the equipment, buying the spot. I'm
some new clothes.
Yeah, you know that's light work though. I gotta get the fit to look good for the camera.
What's the first store though we going to?
B&H.
Okay. I like that because you get everything there.
Yeah, or Best Buy type of thing. Like any electronics store would do. I mean, get the top-notch cameras, top-notch laptops, computer equipment, this external hard drives, the SD cards, everything.
Would you buy a puppy?
Nah.
I'm just saying, like, yo.
Nah, I'm not getting no puppy. Get some fresh wares, a couple of kicks and all of that. Stash some, because you can take the credit. You can take money off the car.
I'll go to freaking, what's his face? I'll be on GOAT crazy. Resell. That's what I would do. Yo, I never thought of that. I would go on GOAT.com and buy all the shoes. I'd just be in my mood. Like, because guess what? When this card is gone, I'm reselling all of this.
Yo, that reselling thing is crazy.
It is crazy, but you know what? There's somebody out there that wants those pair of shoes in a size 9, and they don't care if you got the box or not. They just want them. And I'm here for that game. I like to resell sneakers. It's nice.
It's a big thing.
It's nice. It's nice. It's a gambling thing. All right, what else we doing with the card? You got 24 hours.
Oh, man.
We shopping for clothes. We're going to B&H.
Yeah, after I handle all the business.
You might as well buy the assistant at B&H. You'll find the assistant there. Oh, you buying these cameras? You know how to work this? Yeah. You want to work for me?
Light work. They see the resume. After that, you just have a good time. I'm a drinker. I'm a smoker. We going to have a good time. Have a little night out. Get the squad. Have them bring their peoples and bring my peoples, and we have a good time. And then prepare for the takeover after that.
We gotta make sure at 11:59.
Yeah, 12
that tab gets paid for.
Now we paying for a prior.
Yeah, listen. I'm paying for everything up front. I'm tipping for everything up front. Everything. Sir, it's 35,000. I don't care.
Do that right now.
Right the fuck now.
Because we gonna be too wavy. I don't even want to be bothered later. Actually, we just gonna be too wavy chilling.
I'm dead.
Yeah, don't even come over here.
I'm dead.
Come over here if you want to have a drink. Don't come over here asking for money.
Okay. Anything else before you give me back that card?
Actually, I'm gonna pay off all debt.
Okay. Actually, he's holding on to that card back hard. He's like, yo, I'm done. All right, so we taking care of debt.
Gotta do that. That's like the first thing.
Okay.
After that, I'm straight after that. Like, once the debt is gone, you can maneuver lovely.
No puppy? Nah, Your sister can take care of the puppy.
I don't like animals really, though.
What?
I'm not an animal guy.
Oosh.
I never had a pet ever. Never asked for one.
Never had a fish?
Never thought about wanting one.
No.
I always had too much other stuff I enjoyed doing. I ain't even trying to take care of no.
Okay, fair. Really. Yeah. Fair. All right. Would you say you give the card back?
Yeah. That's everything I need right there. That's everything.
Give me the card back. He's like, yo, he put it in the chair. Hey. All right. Yeah, I heard it. Round of applause. 24 hours. Let's go.
Good times.
All right. I'm going to ask you one last question, love, because our time has come to an end. If you could give an advice to anyone out there that is in the same hustle as you, maybe trying to build their own media, trying to build their own team, trying to just, do something in this world, what advice would you give to them?
I say the same thing all the time. Just understand why you're doing it. If you're just following the crowd or just think it's something lit for the moment, you might as well wrap it up. If you're not ready to deal with discouragement and people not encouraging you, whether they're your friends or family, you might as well wrap it up. So if you're not ready to face those type of challenges and just be dedicated and make sacrifices in your personal life, then you might don't even bother.
Period. All right, I want to give a couple shout outs. I'm going to give a shout out to my baby girl Steph. It's your birthday today. Scorpio season out here. I also want to give a huge shout out to the Williams Center in East Rutherford. I got some things in the works right now, but I can't let y'all know. But just know Mina's coming hard. 2025, I'm coming dumb hard.
Talk to him.
Already am. All right. And also, my love, I haven't asked you yet before we leave. What are your Instagram handles? What's the IG name? What's the YouTube channel name? What are the handles so people can know how to follow you?
I'm just very Googleable. Just the DagogetaTV.
Googleable.
Yeah,
I'm Googleable.
Shout out to my man. What was his name that came up with that? I can't even remember.
It's Googleable.
100, I think it was. No, not 100. But just the DagogetaTV, and everything's gonna come up under there. The TikTok, the Twitter, the IG, Deme D. You can put Deme D in, and everything's gonna come up. Yeah.
I do want to give some quick shout outs. We got Action Figure out here, and
For sure.
Shout out to Fallon Evans. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Jason. Also, shout out to my baby girl, Steph Alonje. It's my baby girl right there. I love you so much. But yeah, everybody that's been on the page, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you like content like this. Mina Mendoza will not be airing next week. It's Thanksgiving. I hope that everybody has a safe Thanksgiving. If you're working Black Friday, I hope y'all safe too. And that's it. I'm out of here. It's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. Yeah. Let's go.